Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that I think doesn't get a whole lot of attention. That's about battle belts. This video is going to be primarily focused on this Haley Strategic D3 belt and all the features it has and why I like the minimalist approach that they've taken to it. So as you can see on the belt, there's lots of different things and components I have listed on here. But really quick, we're going to go through some of them. Just have me name them. I'll put a list in the description so you guys can pick them if you like them. For me, I don't like to have any type of Velcro or covers on my mags. I want to have ready access to them. High-speed gear mags right here for my pistol mags. I've got some high-speed gear mags for my M4 or AR-15. I've got my other backup one right here. I carry 3 of these on my waist. So, you know, if something went south and I needed to drop my PC, I could shed this off and I probably would have already spent those 3 mags that were sitting on top of my chest. It gives me a lower profile, so when I'm laying down in the dirt, I don't have, you know, 6 mags between me and the ground. I want to be able to get as flat as I can. And so Haley Strategic, this belt right here is going to come in with an inner part. And this is what an example of an inner looks like. So they're not anything crazy. Haley Strategics, I believe, is tan. I don't really know where it went. I don't usually wear them. And I'll tell you in a minute why. But this is an example of what an inner belt is, and you just weave this through your belt loops. Whether it be, you know, multicam pants or just your everyday blue jeans, like I like to wear most of the time. And on the inside of this belt, there's Velcro. And you can kind of see it as it goes all the way around there. That Velcro actually sticks to that inner belt and it locks it to your hips. And why this is important is because you don't want a whole lot of movement. My Viking Tactical is this one right here. And my VTAC was an excellent belt for many years. I really liked the way that they did it. They had Astra Alpine, and they also used Cobra clips on theirs. These belt clips are just so easy and quick to come on and off. I think we saw them for the first time, you know, like in Batman Begins or something. But amazing stuff right there. Inner Ranger belt that they designed here. And this had that Velcro on the inside. But one of the things I did not like about the VTAC, you can kind of see it after years and years, is it just compressed. All that gear had a lot of movement. And that's a really sucky thing, so to have that much movement on it. But this belt was so comfortable. It just outperformed everything else that I came across. You know, Cry came out with a really good one. It was a good competitor. But for me, I always liked my VTAC more. The Riggers belts. And the Riggers belts already have that Velcro built into them. So you've got probably, you know, 60% or more of your belt's already got the loop on it, and it's on your dominant side already. So most of your gear, the heavy stuff's going to be on your dominant side, so it just didn't make any sense to me to run that inner belt on top of that. Plus it gave me access real quick if I needed to get to that hoop, to be able to have that ring there. So onto this one. The drop I have right here is a True North Concepts modular adapter, and what makes it so cool is that this modular adapter has capabilities for me to customize it to whatever depth I want it to go down on my leg. It allows me to be able to clear my PC so I don't get hung up. That's why a lot of guys wear these adapters, is just so they can get below that PC. When you're wearing your PC, you don't want to have your gun right up next to it, because when you go to draw your pistol, you might catch it. Anything that gets in your way is going to slow you down, and also this falls pretty true to where my hand falls. You may see my everyday carry sitting over here. I highly suggest putting your everyday carry knife on your belt. You'd be so surprised how used you get to just pulling that out of your pocket and using it. It doesn't change when you're wearing a gun belt. I also carry a multi-tool, like a Leatherman, whatever you want to call it. This is from SOG. We'll talk about that a little bit later. It's really helpful. If you've got a gun or you're going anywhere where there might be a chance of you getting injured, like basically everywhere, you should have a med kit on you. This is an IFAK. I'll talk more specifically about that, but that's the best place for it. Negative space, like dead space on your belt, is invaluable, and it should fall about where your back is, the smaller your back. Do whatever you want, but I'm just telling you, for me personally, when I'm sitting in a vehicle, when I'm sitting in a chair, when I'm just chilling on the ground, I like to have some dead space to be able to lay down. It just makes it so much better. This thing right here may not look like it, but this is actually a dump pouch for my mags. You may be wondering what this is right here. Safariland holster on that True North Concepts modular adapter that they have. And then I also have a leg strap, which costs a little bit more, But heck yeah, you want to have that welded to your body as best you can. The ability for me to be able to move is just, it's welded to me. I don't have to worry about this thing flopping around. From a combative standpoint, hand-to-hand combat, if I get wrapped up with somebody, I love the fact that this is much closer to my body, you know, without choking the blood out of my leg, where I know it's going to stay where I need it to stay. So if I need to roll on top of it to prevent someone from getting my pistol off me or whatever it is, I know it's going to stay where it needs to. Also, with this belt being so rigid, I don't really have to worry about this thing flopping up. It's really not going to go anywhere. Like, my anatomy would have to change before this thing could really move, which is a wonderful thing. It allows me to have my pistol light on here. I'm running a Streamlight TRL1 HL on here. And something really, really cool about this, Glock 19X, super basic gun, right out of the box. I mean, you're probably 700 bucks in, but you're gonna have 19 rounds on your magazine. I can actually take this light off and put it on an airsoft gun. Glock 19, if you buy this through Atlanta Arms, again, I am not getting paid by any of these companies. I'm gonna drop a lot of names just so you guys know where to find them. They sell a fully licensed Glock 19 gas-driven airsoft gun. I've ran through shoot houses with this thing. This thing's legit. The gas is contained in here. It fits exactly in my mag carriers and everything else. I can completely train within 15 feet about the same way as I possibly could with my regular pistol for like fractions of a penny. Like, airsoft BBs are cheap and they're biodegradable. They are cheap compared to bullets. So I can run through a crap ton of bullets. I've shot over 10,000 rounds through this thing, and it has cost me like maybe 40 bucks. You just use regular gas. There's a lot of guys talking about this out there right now. For the training aspect, it is really hard to beat what they are offering here. I just run that same light on here, the same pistol, holsters back into the same thing. So from appearances, you can't really feel much of a difference. You don't see much of a difference, and you certainly don't feel any difference when you're training with this. This is a fantastic setup. 9mm everywhere, you can get it pretty cheap. Being able to poke 19 holes in something is amazing as well. And to be able to know that for about 200 bucks, you have a training platform that allows you to shoot this gun on your belt and everything else to make sure that you are staying current with your reflexes. If you train poorly, you're going to perform poorly. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the work. Don't buy cheap equipment. I know that there's a dollar value on things, but you get what you pay for. I don't want any of you guys to buy something and regret it later. So that's why I'm making this video. Haley Strategic has stood up to everything that I've put it through. They make a fantastic product. Again, I'm not being paid by them. But for me to have spent under $200 and got the belt that I got from them, to be able to kind of set up things exactly the way I want it, is priceless. This is a belt that's going to be with me for the rest of my life, probably. I can't say in 5 years I won't find something better. But on the market right now, this is my choice. Is it the right belt for you? I don't know. Also, I always like to put a little stint in there. This is a little pokey stabby from BenchMade. BenchMade discontinued this. You can still buy them. It is just a little punch knife. So this guy right here, 2.5 inches, might make someone rethink their life. And on your plate carrier, you should always have another little pokey stabby as well. BenchMade makes a fantastic one that kind of just hides into any gap that you have. You can draw this with your dominant hand. If you're law enforcement, police, military especially, and you're going into close quarter situations, this is about as good as it gets. To know that if you can't get to your secondary firearm, you know, sometimes you just can't. And this is maybe your fastest way to get that person off you or get some distance, especially if they're just staying on top of you. If you're going up against someone who's trained, they're going to try to manipulate your body as fast as possible. This is a good way to start putting distance between you and them. And also, if you spend a little extra, you get the trainer, little red knife that comes with it as well, so you can train on the mats with it. I wouldn't suggest poking somebody with it because it's freaking metal, it hurts. But I have experimented with 3D printing one of those, and they work pretty good. Plus, it's not as sharp. So, again, this is the Haley Strategic D3 belt. You can look them up at haleystrategic.com. They are fantastic. The guys were true operators. They are true American heroes. I can't say it enough. They spent their life serving. They came back and decided that they want to make their business serving those that serve. So military, police, law enforcement, anyone who has a need, even as a civilian, to carry good equipment, these guys are going to look after you. They have a good product, and it comes with an American price tag because it's all made here in America. These guys do a fantastic job. Look them up. They're worth the time. Again, True North Concepts on this modular holster adapter right here. Safariland holsters, they come in many different options, and they even have a triple retention. I'm civilian now, so I don't need triple retention. This is all I need. You can kit these out any way you want them. And again, anytime you have your belt, make sure that you have your everyday carry in a place set apart for that. So that's why I love this so much. I hope this video has been helpful for you guys. And look forward to talking to you guys more in depth as I do a deep dive onto each component on here. And y'all take care.